Hi guys, this is Letty. Just wanted to show you guys a super easy, quick tank top we're going to make. Is 30-second tank top out the door. So I'm going to get my supplies together and we're going to get started. Okay guys, we are going to make that easy breezy tank top, 30 minutes or less out the door. It's the easiest thing you'll ever sew. Okay, so let me just make sure you have all the supplies we need. We need a t-shirt. We're going to use this tank top that I have here. This actually fits her perfectly. So we're going to use this tank top, but you can use any t-shirt that fits you, and you're going to make it this pretty much the same fit as the tank top that you're using, or whatever t-shirt you're using with the sleeves cut off. You can do whatever you want. It'll still be a tank top, just we're not adding sleeves, so it's a tank top. Some scissors, some pattern weights. Now these are washers from a home improvement store. The Mimi G suggested these. I love her videos, and I've got a few of them. They're much cheaper than getting the actual um, the pattern weights from the fabric store. Can't talk today. What's wrong? I have a tape measure. You don't absolutely need this, but you know it might come in handy. So it's just good to have it on hand. Seam ripper in case you need to rip out your seam. This t-shirt is gonna be, this tank top rather, is gonna be so easy. You're probably not gonna even need this. Okay. Got some pins. I have a seam gauge, but you know it's good to have this mainly for pants. This really comes in handy for pants, but if you want to make sure that you're getting your bottom cuffs the same length width around, and they're not one thing is bigger, you know, your hem, you want to be symmetrical and straight. So this helps you do that. So basically you just measure out and you just go around and just pin around until you get the exact same measurement. So mine usually is 2. So I keep this one, usually is at 2, but this is, you know, it's just handy. You don't have to have it, but it's just something handy. So let's get started. Okay, guys, I am going to the first thing we want to do, sorry, is spread our fabric out. I'm just trying to make room. Sorry, guys. So we're using this beautiful red fabric. Now, make sure, for first-time sewers, make sure there's a salvage edge, which has dots along it, and then you have your cut edge. Make sure when you stretch your fabric, you stretch it both ways. There's a side of your fabric that stretches a little bit more than the other, and that is the way you want it to stretch across your body. So when you fold it, it should be folded this way. So you want your fabric going up and down like that, if that makes any sense. It's called the grain line. So we can talk about that a little later. I don't want to get too complicated. This is only super easy projects. So yeah, I should have spread my fabric out already. Always double your fabric, because we want to do a front and a back at the same time. We're not going to be cutting a front and then a back. We don't really, we can do that, but I don't do that. So we're going to flatten our fabric. Let's make it straight. Make it nice and neat. Okay. And then we're going to place our top directly on top. Our top on top. Okay. Here it is. We're putting it on top there. We're placing it rather on top. I wish I had a bigger table. It's just, anyway. It's nice to have a full-size table, but anyway, that's another story. But anyway, things are nice and flat. Now, you want at least 1 inch around, okay? When you cut out, give yourself 1 inch when you cut around this. So this is actually your pattern. So I'm going to take my scissors now. I'm going to cut this out. Now I'm going to put my fabric weights down first to not shift the fabric. The fabric, you know, the shirt will shift and all that. I'm missing one. I'm missing one. I have 6 and I'm missing one. Okay, well, I have 5. Don't know where the other one is. So anyway, so now we're gonna just cut this out. This is our pattern. This basically it's sort of like a pattern anyway. It is a pattern. So because I'm really close to this edge, I'm not gonna cut. I'm only gonna cut, and always give yourself about 2 inches for your hem. Okay, so I just kind of eyeball it. Okay, we're cutting it out. Okay, and then we're gonna go out an inch. Always cut out an inch, guys, because when you sew this, it's gonna get smaller. Just keep that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna angle this so you can see what I'm doing at the top. Okay, so I'm gonna do to cut this out here. Always give yourself an inch. Don't cut it exactly the size because it's gonna get smaller when you sew it. So just keep that in mind. Here's my strap. So I'm cutting it. Okay. And then this is pulling because the fabric is heavy. Okay. And then we're just gonna cut . And then we will remove this fabric. We'll remove our pattern weights. We are removing our shirt, our pattern. So this is our tank top basically. So guys, we are sewing the sides and the top here. I'm going to use a black thread so that you can see, but use a coordinating thread. Use a red thread. So if this is red, you should be using a red thread. Just keep that in mind. So I'm going to go and pin it now, and we're going to get ready to sew this. But we want to keep it together because we don't want it shifting. We want it to be a nice, crisp, clean finish. So what I usually do, now this side, remember we didn't cut this, so this doesn't have to be sewed. So we literally made it easy on ourselves. We just folded this in. Now you see this is not even, so what I'm gonna do is cut this even. Sometimes you do have to go and cut things just so they line up evenly. So just cutting that even, guys. Just take a note of that. I'm a clean sewer. I don't like I like my table nice and neat. Okay, so we're putting pins on the top here. Okay. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just pinning my sides here. I mean my top, my shoulders rather, my straps. And I'm gonna pin the side. Remember, we only have one open side, so I only have to sew. So this is even faster of a garment. If you fold it and then cut it, you only have one side to sew up. So you just need to close up one side. Okay, so guys, we're gonna sew up here, and then I'll move this down so you can see. And then these 2 shoulder pieces, okay? And then I'll show you the next step. Sorry. Okay, guys, we're gonna sew our shoulder seams. Okay, 5/8 of an inch. Look, 5/8 of an inch means just what's on your, how far you line up your fabric with the 5/8 of an inch line. I don't know why my camera's out of focus. It looks like it's out of focus. Okay, and here we go, guys. always make a knot. Now a knot means that you back stitch and then you continue to sew the regular way. So it's a back, usually your back stitch button is usually in the front of the sewing machine. So I'm going to press it back, and then we're going to go back forward, and then as you go to the end of any garment, you back stitch to create the knot, and you go to sew through. Okay, then we're going to sew the other side, the other shoulder. Back stitch, back stitch, and then we just, remember guys, we just have that one seam on the side, right? That's open. I mean the one seam to make. So we're going to sew that up. Don't sew over your pins, guys, okay? Make sure you don't do that. Back stitch. Continue forward. Okay, sew it on up there. Watch that your fabric doesn't move, guys, because it will shift all over on you. So just try to adjust it periodically while you're sewing, because it will shift depending on the fabric that you're using. This fabric is a little bit more slippery. So I did a back stitch before I got to the end, and then as I begin. So this is my back stitch. So you see it's a little bit thicker, because seams do unravel sometimes. I just want to show you that, guys, just making sure that you see that. Okay. Now, guys, the only thing left to do is to hem. You got to hem, you're going to hem your neckline, your armhole, and your bottom, okay? So let's start with the bottom. I'm going to show you how I do that so that you get a nice, crisp, clean finish, and it looks pretty good. Now you have to take the arm off of because you're gonna have to put your fabric through. So take the arm off of every sewing machine has an arm, and you take it off so you can get your fabric under. See now I can put it under, and then I can really get in there like that. So that's the purpose of that. So let me just show you what I'm doing to make my hem nice and neat. I'm going to fold once like that, and then I'm gonna fold twice, and then you're going to sew. This is the part you're gonna sew closest to, this part right here, okay? You start there. I always start at my seams. It's like a good starting point. It's also good to, if you can iron your seams open, that would help, but my iron is not working right now. So, and then we're gonna do 5/8 of an inch. You can back stitch, but it's a hem. It's not, it's not holding the fabric together. I mean, I don't necessarily do the hems and stuff, because if those unravel, it's not a big deal. But if the shirt unravels from the side, that's a problem, because then I'm exposed. So we're just gonna go all the way around. Keep on that side. Keep on this side, guys. You see? And I don't pin my hems because I'm going around a curve. So I just don't pin, because it's not going to be, it's going to be harder to pin, in my opinion, when you go around a circle or a curve. I just keep my fabric as straight as possible, because this is visible, and this is what makes things look neat and professional. You want a straight line, and then after all of this, you definitely want to give it a good press. I'm just using black just for visual purposes. telling you guys, you can be making this top. Your coffee can be brewing, and you're making a top. Okay, you're getting your, you got breakfast going, you got coffee brewing, and you're making your top for the day, and you're out the door. So super easy. Anybody, any skill level can do this. This is so easy. That's why I said I usually start with tops, and I started sewing with tops. Tops were the thing. Then I started putting, sleeves on there. Then I started adding, other notions of buttons and, well, not sleeves, not a notion, but buttons and ribbons and all kind of other closures and just put hoods on there and pockets and stuff. So I just kept adding and adding things until I got really comfortable. Okay, we're meeting our seam and we are done with our hem. Okay, so this is our hem. Okay, if you can see that. Oh my God, I don't think you can see. It doesn't even look like it's black. That's why I chose black. But so anyway, guys, I will finish this up and then I'll show you what it looks like on the mannequin. Okay. All right, guys, we are done. Here's our tank top. All right. So I'm gonna put it on the mannequin so you can see. And okay, guys, this is the shirt. This is the final results. Okay, we got our nice hem, and we have our collars hemmed, and our armhole is hemmed. Now, just a note. It's really a good idea to press down your seam and so that it can lie flat. It's a little bit, it's not as flat as I would like because I didn't iron it, but it is it's an okay top to wear and super easy, just like the one I showed in the beginning. This is the easiest project you can make out the door, 30 minutes or less. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Until next time, like, comment, subscribe, and then I'll be back next time for another sewing tutorial. We'll make something else. Okay, talk to you later. Bye-bye.